Hey guys, it's time to do a full review on the all-new HTC 10 smartphone here. And of course, you remember this HTC company, the company that released like an iPhone clone a couple of months ago. Yeah, that very same company has made an awesome comeback by releasing this really awesome phone, you can say, or like a kick-ass phone, HTC 10. They're calling it not 110, not 1M10, just HTC 10. And I have spent around like $700+ on this phone, like of course tax included. So I'm not being sponsored or paid by HTC to talk good about them. I'm just gonna share my experience in this video, what I feel about this phone. And also, before starting off, I just want to do a quick comparison here with the HTC One, or what is called HTC M9 from the last year, and is it worth upgrading to the 10 or not? Now, first of all, you might be thinking that both phones are made up of aluminum, so what's the difference between the design? So this is like a more polished aluminum, okay? So when you hold them in hand, you definitely feel like this phone does feel a lot different. And also it has chamfered edges, which has like a little bit shiny effect in light, and they also give device like kind of like a thin feeling, and a lot of people are commenting on my videos that this is like a thick phone and all that. Yeah, it's 9mm thick and does have some good weight to it. It's like 161 gram in terms of weight, but yeah, it's it's not bad. It's not like a brick, okay? You can easily lift it, and you can easily put it in your pocket without feeling any weirdness or anything like that. So you can also see that now we don't have these front dual speakers on the front. Instead, the speakers now on the here, and now we have like a home button, which is not what you see on Samsung phones here. I have my Galaxy S7 so this is not like the S7's home button. It is some kind of like a touch type of home button, okay? So you have to like place your finger like this to unlock your phone. So I think that it's actually much more comfortable to use. You don't have to press the home button every time, and I've seen that the fingerprint sensor is also a lot more accurate, so yeah, it's not gonna have any problem with that. And so on to the 1M9, the upgrade, I definitely think that it's worth upgrading. You're getting a better design, you're getting a better camera, you're getting a much better UI, much more polished UI, which is of course very less bloatware, and you are also getting a optical image stabilization front camera, which is like one of a kind thing. And it's overall a much faster phone, 4 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 820, and it's not gonna heat up that much like the crazy Snapdragon 810 processor did last year, from the last year, and of course USB Type-C. So lots of great things to talk about this new HTC 10 phone, and I personally have a suggestion, give you guys a suggestion that it's worth upgrading to this phone. And if like a Samsung fanboy start to use like HTC phone, he will definitely going to praise it, because this glass, it does feel premium, but it has fingerprints. Fingerprints and this glass, they just don't make good combination. So yeah, with the HTC phone, no fingerprints, no nothing. It's just clean, and you don't have to worry about those ugly marks. It's just gonna be like this, clean, shiny, and believe me, this is like an eye-catching phone. If you use it in public, it will definitely going to catch some eyes, and probably get you like a girlfriend maybe. And also you got the touch keys here now, of course. If I just unlock, so you got the back key, you got your multitasking key. So yeah, quite a lot of improvements, and in my personal opinion, I think like this phone on the front looks like HTC One A9, and on the back it resembles the old design, from M9 and M8, of course. So let's get into this full review. First of all, I'm gonna be talking about the build quality again. Yeah, build quality is top notch, top of the level, definitely worth the money. And also you can see that you got the 3.5mm headphone jack on the top. On the bottom, you got the USB Type-C with this speaker. Of course, it does have stereo speakers, and they will work together when you play sound. Of course, this is some kind of like a woofer type of thing, for like low sound, and here where the high sound will come. So it's definitely better than your normal iPhone, or the normal phone with just one speaker. And the other phone that I have that I think that come close to its sound performance is the Nexus 6P. So yeah, it's also a great phone, and I'm going to be doing comparisons, so stay tuned for that. So you got your power button on the side. On the right side, you got also your volume rocker, and you also got your SIM tray on the right side, and you got a separate tray for the micro SD card. Now, if I compare it to my Galaxy S7 Edge, you can notice that on the S7 Edge, we just get only one tray, and in this one tray, you got your SIM and your micro SD card. Now, if you want to remove like the SD card, and you will have to remove your SIM card also, so that's not a good thing. I really want separate trays for these things, and that's a good thing by HTC. And I don't know why a lot of reviewers are not mentioning it that much, so I really like that. So also, if I just quickly unlock my phone, and you can notice that display has improved a lot. 5.2-inch Quad HD, baby. Finally, HTC has ascended. I think they had this Quad HD display with the One ME, I think, yeah, but that phone I think is not available everywhere. So this is having a 5.2-inch Quad HD display, so colors are looking on point. It is definitely a bright display, comfortable to use outdoors, and definitely it's not as vibrant as the Super AMOLED display of the S7 Edge, but it has its own awesome unique colors, and I have no problem whatsoever with this. It's definitely way better than LG's display, which are all dim, and they're not going to be that much of visible. You're not going to be having a comfortable visible experience, especially outdoor in sunlight. So I really enjoyed this display. Also, again, hardware wise, this is on point. Snapdragon 820, you got the best there is available on the market. So top of the line stuff, 4GB LPDDR4 RAM, and you can put like heavy stuff inside, but it's not gonna perform good if it's not having great software optimization. And the prime example of that is the Windows Phone, Lumia Windows Phone. So yeah, with the good hardware, you also have a good software. Now, this is of course having Sense 8 UI, which is Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. And what they have done is that they have removed all the bloatware, all the apps that were, there were like 2 music apps, 2 photos apps. So they have just remove all that bloatware. Now you got just one app for everything, like one music app. You got Play Music, you got your Photos app. You don't get 2 gallery apps, so that's a lot better, and your software is now much lighter. So I'm just gonna go into software information and show you guys that I am running Android 6.0.1, of course, and I'm just gonna go back. And the thing that I like is that this Sense 8 is actually a combination of high customization and like a stock experience a little bit. So you got the of course HTC stuff, vertical scrolling app drawer. You can also see you got your blink feed, and you got like very stock like looking here quick settings. So you can also go into settings and see that the settings are also looking like the stock Marshmallow. I really like that, and to be really honest, this HTC phone is just winning my heart when it comes to software. I mean, you're not a slave to Android, okay? On iOS, look at this, okay? It's my iPhone SE. So on iOS, you are definitely a slave to their OS. I mean, you can't install launchers. You just have to live with this OS. But with the Android, if you don't like their skin, just have some launcher on it. There are like Windows launcher available. Hell, there's even an iOS launcher available for Android. So, I mean, you're not a slave, but I think this is like better than TouchWiz in my opinion. I mean, the customization is one step ahead. You get better themes. You don't get crashing. I remember with the S7 Edge, I felt some crashing with the themes. And you get lots of fonts. I mean, I am just absolutely loving the combination between the stock stuff and also the ability to customize the stuff. So I really like that. And of course, I'm going to be making a video about its tips and tricks, so please stay tuned for that. I'm just going to show you guys that there is an application that I would like to show you guys here that is called as Boost Plus. Now if I go into tools here, you can see green app Boost Plus. Now this app is like an smart measure app that we have on Samsung phones, so you can clear up cache data and all that stuff. The thing here is that it has a mode called as Game Battery Booster. Now when you go inside, you can actually downgrade the display resolution to full HD while playing the games. Of course, if I want to play GTA San Andreas on 1080p, I can turn this option on, and it's just gonna improve my battery life, and will going to give me like a better and a more prolonged battery life, So, but the most of the tests that I've done on YouTube gaming videos, I've done that by playing it on its full resolution Quad HD, and this phone seems to handle the game without any problem. I mean, this is amazing. And if someone asks you that if this phone is fast or not, he's a retard, The reason why I do speed test videos because everyone likes it, everyone enjoys it, But these speed test videos, they're not going to decide what the phone you have to buy ultimately. A lot of factors comes into play, like camera, like build quality, like the price, your budget, your of course the software, everything, all these factors that just comes into play, and ultimately you have to make a decision. The speed test, every phone there nowadays is now releasing with top tier specs. They're going to be really fast, and they're going to be like few second difference in apps opening, not that much of a big difference with this one or S7 Edge, but again, the decisions will be based on things like camera and all that. So speaking of camera, let me just quickly launch the camera application. Now, definitely this phone has a 12 megapixel UltraPixel 2 camera on the back, which is improved, which has a f1.8 aperture size. You get much more better low light shots, awesome low light quality shots. Better photos in low light situations, I mean to say, and also what I've noticed that the pictures are now more vibrant, and also the front camera also having a f-stop of 1.8. You got optical image stabilization on the front camera, which is amazing, which is something that you're not gonna see on any phone currently available on the market. And also you do have 4K video recording capabilities. So camera app is also great. I gotta say that it has combination of, like I said, or like an advanced usage, and also a normal people usage, normal people who don't really know that much about tech. So it's really easy to operate, and you got the Pro mode, which is like the mode that we have with the Samsung phone, where you can control ISO, white balance, and all that stuff. You also got like a manual mode on the LG phones also. So I'm really glad that HTC has this Pro mode in their phone. So camera is great. I gotta say, I am definitely satisfied with the camera performance. Now, compared to the S7 Edge, I'm going to be doing a separate video for that, so please stay tuned for that. But compared to the S7 Edge, I gotta say the Galaxy S7 Edge has a faster autofocus, and it does produce better results because that's f1.7 aperture size. But again, when I'm going to be doing the comparison, it's up to you to decide the quality. Overall, I am satisfied with this phone. And of course, if we talk about the battery, okay, so this is like one of the most important things to talk about, and I recently did a video about a battery life review, which you can check that out on my channel. But for me, this device is actually giving pretty nice results. If we talk about the screen on time, I'm getting around 5 hours 26 minutes of screen on time, which is absolutely great for a 3000 mAh phone. Comparing it to the G5, my G5 gives me around like 4 hours or like 10 to 15 minutes screen on time. So you're getting a better battery, and also which is, of course, I think it's better than the normal S7. And currently the S7 Edge is the reigning defending battery champion that I have, and no phone is currently better than this one. Probably iPhone 7 might have some improvement, who knows. But the HTC 10 here we're talking about is definitely something worth, something that will be worth your money. And I'm not kidding, I paid my money, I paid my own money, of course, out of my own pocket. I'm not lying. This is a great phone, and I am using this phone as my main phone. I don't normally switch right away when I buy a phone, but I definitely switch to this. And again, lastly, it's also one of the most important things that I want to mention here, that its sound, it has like two modes, where it's like a theater mode and there's like a normal music mode when you play music. So you get stereo sound, and the AirPods that you get with this phone are absolutely on point. They are great with the sound, and I was listening to some songs, and I was just absolutely amazed by the quality. I'm a person that don't really spend money on this, audio technician or some custom hand frees or headphones. I like to use the stock hand frees, and for me, the HTC is the best when it comes to stock hand frees, even better than LG's hand frees. So I am absolutely loving the quality of the sound that I'm getting. So definitely, I really hope that this video should help you guys out. And again, this is somewhat of like a early full review. A lot of people were asking questions, so I answered them here, and a lot of people want to ask that if there's any heating issue or not. I made a separate video for that one also. You can check that out. There's no heating issue with this phone. It's pretty normal, and I think definitely it's worth it, and HTC has done it on point. This is a comeback phone without a doubt. 10th anniversary phone. I'm loving it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys still have any questions, then please let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.